Last year, you heard our chief talk about the lowest homicide rate in years.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, we had 21 homicides in 2018.
Yeah, 2018 was really good.
Yeah.
21 for a city that's like almost 1 million people, or a
metro
million plus.
Yeah,
that's really good. That's really good.
Now, 2015, there were 50 homicides, so we had a spike of 50. But the chief continues to stay focused on the plan and stay connected with the community, continue to beef with the gang unit, long-term investigations, and you put those bad guys in jail, and guess what? Crime rate goes down. You start seeing less shootings, less violence. Yeah.
So would you say they're more going after the bigger fish per se than, some kid smoking pot in his apartment? Jesus,
that is one of the most craziest theories out there that I just think is the most crazy. I shouldn't admit this on camera, but I've probably thrown away more marijuana in my career than I've ever arrested anyone.
I've heard that like in these larger cities where they've thought the solution was to throw body cams on the cops. Yeah. You started to see arrests actually go up because they were on camera and they couldn't prove that they didn't have marijuana on them or anything.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
One of the things, the funny thing about body cameras, that's kind of an interesting topic. So let me tell you guys about body cameras. When body cameras first came out in so after the Ferguson incident was kind of that boiling point in the country. It was just not just in Ferguson, it affected the entire country in policing. So when Ferguson happened, the funny thing was a lot of police unions, police associations were against body cameras. And it wasn't because we felt we had anything to hide. It was just you're looking at a citizen that and no disrespect to citizens, but they've never done our job before, so they don't understand what they're seeing on camera, so they're jumping to the wrong conclusion when they see something on camera, use of force, whatever it may be. So when that event happened, a lot of police association police officers were against body cameras. Groups like the ACLU, the groups that have always opposed the police in our actions and everything else, those groups were the ones like, we have to put cameras with these dirty cops, got to put cameras on cops. What happened was, now fast forward 5 years later, it's only a short 5 years later, police associations are like, we love cameras. Put the cameras on our cops. We want to show what we're doing. And the same groups like ACLU now are releasing stories like, oh God, now it's violating people's privacy rights, and how dare these cops have these cameras? And they're gonna now start they start saying they're gonna start like surveilling a bunch of people with the cameras, and so now they're worried when they were the ones pushing 4 or 5 years ago. So it's amazing how the views have completely changed on body cameras. It's pretty interesting.
That's a double-edged sword. I didn't even think of that. I mean, it can be used as evidence in shooting incidents, but yet at the same time, you're worried that people are watching you. So now that 16-year-old kid's going to have a criminal record.
Yeah, that 16-year-old kid that was in the back seat of a car. They're like, their older brother was driving him home drunk from a party, and now cops got it on camera. There was a drunk kid in the back. So what are you going to do? I mean, cops got his job to do, And
that's exactly that was one of our worries. But that's what happened. So now, if you're a police officer, certainly you're gonna enforce the law if you see something minor that you probably would have just let go in the past. A lot of times too, what you'll find is when you are dealing with people in the public, when you let those minor things go, it's amazing how much how far that can go for you in the future. I've had people that I've let go on minor stuff where they'll see me later go, hey officer, let me tell you what happened down the street. Let me give you some information on this. So it always goes a long way. So we were worried about that too. And we see a little bit of that now too. So that's true.